The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Admiral Chen stepped forward, her weathered hands carrying a data slate that would reshape their understanding of physics itself. 3 months ago, the human warship Indomitable had been presumed lost, swallowed by the massive black hole designated Charybdis 7 during what should have been a routine patrol mission. Now Chen stood before representatives of 14 species, each more advanced than humanity, with impossible news. "Honorable delegates," Chen began, her voice steady despite the magnitude of what she was about to reveal. "The Indomitable has returned." Ambassador Vex Tai of the Hegemony, his crystalline form flickering with disbelief, was the first to speak. "Admiral, we respect human tenacity, but surely you understand the impossibility of—" "They brought maps," Chen interrupted, activating her slate. The holographic display showed detailed schematics of space-time geometries that made the assembled scientists lean forward in their seats. "And stories." The Zephyrian delegate, Dr. Kiln, examined the data with her compound eyes. "These dimensional readings, they're consistent with theoretical models of black hole interiors that we believed were purely mathematical constructs." Chen nodded. Captain Rodriguez and her crew of 200 souls spent subjective weeks inside Charybdis 7. They mapped 17 distinct ergosphere layers, documented 3 separate event horizon transitions, and, she paused for effect, established communication protocols with entities that exist within the gravitational singularity itself. The chamber erupted in a cacophony of clicks, whistles, and electronic harmonics, the sound of 14 species expressing simultaneous disbelief. "How?" The question came from Chancellor Mordun of the Tech Dominion, whose people had mastered faster than light travel when humans were still throwing rocks at each other. "Our most advanced vessels would be spaghettified instantly." Chen smiled, that particular human expression that other species had learned to associate with incoming impossibilities. "Human stubbornness, Chancellor. When the gravitational forces began tearing the ship apart, the crew didn't accept defeat. They reconfigured the quantum stabilizers, rerouted power through the coffee makers, yes, coffee makers, and essentially turned the entire vessel into a resonance chamber that matched the black hole's rotational frequency." "Coffee makers?" Ambassador Vex Tai's translation matrix struggled with the concept. "A human liquid stimulant preparation device," Chen explained matter-of-factly. Chief Engineer Martinez discovered that the heating elements, when properly modified, could generate precise electromagnetic pulses that interfered constructively with the Kerr field dynamics. Dr. Kiln was rapidly calculating on her personal interface. The power requirements alone would be astronomical. How did they maintain structural integrity? They didn't. Chen's smile widened. The ship was falling apart around them. So they improvised. The crew linked their personal neural implants, standard human enhancement technology, into a collective processing network. 200 minds working as one computational matrix, making real-time adjustments to keep them alive millisecond by millisecond. The ethereal representative, speaking through harmonic vibrations in the chamber's atmosphere, posed the question they were all thinking. What did they find inside? Chen activated another section of her display. The hologram showed impossible geometries, cities of pure mathematics floating in seas of curved spacetime, beings of living gravity that communicated through gravitational wave pulses, entire ecosystems that existed in the space between seconds. They found a universe, Chen said simply, a complete reality existing within the black hole's interior, where the normal rules don't apply. Captain Rodriguez established diplomatic contact with 3 distinct civilizations. They traded stories, human mythology for gravitational poetry, historical accounts for temporal mathematics. Stories? Chancellor Mordun was incredulous. They engaged in cultural exchange inside a black hole? Humans are social creatures, Chancellor. When Captain Rodriguez met beings of pure condensed spacetime, her first instinct wasn't to run or hide. It was to ask about their families. Chen chuckled. Turns out, even entities made of gravitational fields appreciate a good joke about in-laws. The data streams continued flowing across the holographic display, energy extraction techniques that defied thermodynamics, navigation charts for interdimensional space, and detailed first contact protocols for communicating with physics-defying life forms. Ambassador Vex Tai studied the information with growing amazement. This technology, it could revolutionize space travel, energy production, our understanding of consciousness itself. The beings inside offered to share their knowledge, Chen confirmed. In exchange for more human stories. Apparently, our myths and legends are quite popular in non-Euclidean space. Who knew that Shakespeare would be the key to unlocking the secrets of quantum gravity? Dr. Kiln looked up from her calculations. Admiral, with respect to your crew's achievements, how do we know this isn't some elaborate fabrication? The physics involved are so far beyond current understanding. Chen had been waiting for this question. She reached into her uniform pocket and withdrew a small crystalline object that seemed to bend light around itself. A fragment of space-time made solid. Souvenirs, she said simply. Captain Rodriguez brought back gifts from her new friends. This is a piece of crystallized gravity. According to our tests, it weighs negative 47 kilograms and exists in 11 dimensions simultaneously. The chamber fell silent again as the implications sank in. Humanity, the species most of them still considered crude newcomers to galactic civilization, had accomplished the impossible through sheer stubborn refusal to accept limitations. Chancellor Morden finally broke the silence. What happens now? Chen deactivated the display and tucked the impossible crystal back into her pocket. Now, Captain Rodriguez is preparing for her next mission. Apparently, the beings inside Charybdis 7 mentioned that their universe connects to others through a network of quantum tunnels. She's volunteering to map the entire system. And the Council approves this? Ambassador Vextai asked. Chen's smile became positively predatory. The Council doesn't get a vote. This is a human expedition, using human methods, following human logic. We're not asking for permission to rewrite physics, we're just letting you know it's happening. As the delegates filed out, many already composing urgent communications to their homeworlds, Dr. Kiln approached the Admiral. The other species are afraid, she observed. Chen nodded. Good, they should be. Not of us, we're still the same humans we've always been. They should be afraid of the universe we're revealing. Because if there's one thing Captain Rodriguez proved, it's that reality is much stranger and more wonderful than any of us imagined. And humans? Humans, Chen said, are just getting started.